Welcome to Modern Day High School. Tonight the Jasper Wildcats are on the road back in conference action here in Evansville against the Evansville Modern Day Wildcats. The Jasper Wildcats 11-7 on the season, and Modern Day stands at 8-9. Hello everybody, I'm Craig Schneider along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos on the video. And Jason, we just got 2 conference games left right now. Wildcats 3-4 in the conference, sitting about the middle of the pack. We're taking on a Modern Day team that's 2-4 on the season. The Wildcats coming off their last win against Heritage Hills, being knocked off 64-61. And the thing is, if you look at the numbers from that last game, outstanding shooting. We had 3 players in double figures, all scoring 14 with Mooney, Young, Wallace. The team shot 53%. 3-point range, we shot 47%. Free throws, we shot 82%. But the problem is Heritage Hills shot 58%, 53% from 3-point range, and 91% for the line. So they were just 3 points better, but on paper even shows more there.
Well, yeah, you're right, Craig. It was one of those games, those are the games that, on their schedule, they circle Jasper.
Right.
I was talking to Coach Albrand a little bit before the game tonight, and he said, they watched the game film of Heritage Hills and Modern Day before the Heritage Hills game, kind of scouting both teams. And he said it was a total different Heritage Hills game team.
Yeah.
They played Modern Day down here. They were just going through the motions, he said. They played with no energy, no emotions. But then, they got back home for 1 and 2. They were playing Jasper. So,
right.
That's a lot of teams circle Jasper on their schedule, and that's the highlight of their season. And I know people get tired of hearing that, but there's something to speak about that. That people do get up more for that than they do for other teams. And that's not all bad either, because it helps bring out the best in our kids.
It does. It does. All right, well, we're taking on a Modern Day team that mentioned 8-9 on the season, 2-4 in the conference. Their 2 wins in the conference came against Evansville North and Vincennes Lincoln. But they're 2-3 in their last 5 games with losses to Castle, Lagodi, and Forest Park. The wins, as you mentioned, Heritage Hills, and then just blew out Crawford County the other night. But it's a Modern Day team that, as you were talking with Coach Albrand before, plays pretty well at home, don't they?
Yeah, there's no doubt. He said, they're a total different team. They've seen them on the road, they've seen them at home, and he said they shoot the ball exceptionally well when they're at home.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes tonight. One thing, like I said before, we got going for us is we play good defense.
Right. All right, well, it's a matchup of John Gable coming home to Modern Day, and, his 302 wins, hitting that 300-win mark a few games ago. He's had 86 of them down here at Modern Day, and Kurt Wilderman filled in John's shoes whenever John went on to Jasper, and he's been here ever since 2008. So we are underway. The Wildcats are able to control the tip there, and Mundy, Young, Cabrick, Wallace, and Heil are guys out there on the floor right now, and they'll be against Blake Hurdy's number 10. Peyton Lee is 11. Ben Taylor is 21. 40 is Blaine Herr, and 42 is Mason Wunderlich for Modern Day.
Modern Day seems to look like they start out in a man-to-man, but they look like they can match up fairly well with Jasper.
That's a good start for the Wildcats. Is number 51, Will Wallace, leaving off where he had a big game against Heritage Hills, some 5 of 7 field goal shooting for 14 points in that ball game. There's a drive right there. It doesn't go for Hurdy's. The Evansville Central transfer leads this team in scoring at about 14 points a clip. Cabrick left alone. His 3-point shooting's been outstanding this year. Misses his first.
Yeah, it has. And you mentioned that about Wallace. Wallace he played exceptionally well the other day down there at Heritage Hills, and he didn't back off of Sicily at 6'8". There was a couple times he took it right at him, and did a very good job.
Pay attention to the battle between Heil and Wunderlich down low. Heil won the last battle, blocking that shot. Now he's down there in the blocks. Hand off to Grant Young. He's kind of stuck in the lane. He finds Heil wide open, but a little too high off that glass. 2-0's our score. Jasper with a 2-0 lead. Peyton Lee gets cut off there by Moondy. Mater Dei working that perimeter. Wunderlich, their star quarterback this year for the state championship football team. Big size kid at 6'6", 226.
Yeah, he looks more like a lineman to me than a quarterback.
Yeah.
There's
he
a nice
finds an
pass.
opening right there, but a beautiful feed right there on the baseline coming from Blake Hurdy's. Evens the score at 2 with 5:35 on the clock here. Screen set there for Carter. Now it's a screen and go, and gives up to Heil. Heil can't get the first one. He seems to do that often. Whenever he misses that first one, gets his rebound, puts it back up and in.
I thought he might have got bumped there on the first shot,
right?
But he did a good job of not quitting. You know, he went right back after the rebound and was able to score.
Excellent. All right, so there's a drive there and back out. Wunderlich gives it up to Lee. Being along that baseline over to Taylor, and he gets the ball knocked away. Cats come up with it. Kabrick finds Heil for an easy layup. There we go. So Heil with 2 quick buckets on the last 2 possessions, and Mater Dei wants the timeout. Jasper out to an early 6-2 lead with 4:43 to go here in the first on 18 WJTS. All right, so the Wildcats after the timeout, Mater Dei Wildcats. I'm going to have to, one time a year, I got to watch what I say there. A little bit more aggressive on this possession after that timeout, trying to set up a post down low. Lee backs up. Wunderlich extends out. Payton gets to the lane, kicks back out to the corner. Cats guarding the perimeter very well so far. No open looks for the Wildcats at Mater Dei. Try feed down low, Cats knock it away. Good job by Grant Young to come up with that steal. 4 minutes on the clock for the quarter. 6-2 lead for the Cats as they work it down into Wallace. A little strong on that shot. A lot of contact, no call. Lee drives all the way down to the baseline and feeds. Wunderlich works it over to the left side, and that's Purdy's who tries to make a move. Wunderlich's going to launch a 3, and he pops it, so the big man shows his range there. 5 points for him, 6'5". He's got all 5 of Mater Dei's points.
He shot the ball like a quarterback that time.
There you go.
I mean, obviously he's got to be a good athlete for not only with the size, but to be a quarterback, you got to have hands and some skills that way. So it doesn't surprise me that he can shoot the ball from outside.
Grant Young, the Jasper Wildcat quarterback, couldn't hit that shot, and then we come the other way. Ben Taylor's able to pop one, so Mater Dei's finding the range there. Cats were doing a really good job on the first few possessions on the perimeter, and since then giving up 2 quick ones. 8-6 Mater Dei with the lead. Feed into Griffin. Power move, turns around, shot up, doesn't go. Would be nice if he could go with his left on that play instead of have to force himself to the right.
Yeah.
That's tough to do, and you're not working on it all the time. 3-point shot on the way there, doesn't go for Taylor. He hit his last one. Jasper comes down with a trailing by 2. Kabrick drives, cut off, ball knocked around. Grant Young comes up with him, and boy, reaches all over him. Finally, we get a whistle. A lot of action in that lane, but they're not calling much so far.
No, they haven't on either end. I mean, they've been letting them play. They're bumping around a little bit.
We played 6 minutes of physical basketball, and that's the first foul whistled. So that one goes on Blaine Herr. Cats with wholesale changes, including Noblet into the ball game, as well as Giesler. Inbound there, almost lost. Good job by Carter to save that. And he finds an opening there in the lane for his first 2 points of the ball game. .145 on the clock here. We're locked at 8. First quarter action here in Mater Dei, west side of Evansville, Indiana. Halbig, who's checked into the ball game. That's Lannard who gives it up there to Hurdy's. Down to 1:16 on the clock. Hurdy stops, pops, way long on that three.
Yeah, Hurdy's by far has taken the most three-pointers attempts for them in the year on the year.
Good job by Grant Young to recover there because it went through 3 defenders to get to him, and then he comes up with the easy bucket.
It reminded me of that game Hungry Hippo, where the ball rolls around.
That was perfect. Yeah. Got right past him.
Yeah.
All right, Cats with the 2-point lead. 39 seconds on the clock. Halbig with it. He's going to back up here, and I think they're going to maybe try to set up at least one more play with 28 seconds to go. Mundy puts pressure on him, gives it up to Hurdy's. Right side to Taylor, back up top. Down to 13 seconds. Blake Hurdy's trying to work off that Wunderlich screen. 3-point shot on the way, and second one hit by Ben Taylor gives Mater Dei the 1-point lead, and Jasper's going to lose the basketball. Substitution coming in now is Isaac Gable. Cabrick comes back in. So 1.3 on the clock. Mater Dei's got one final shot here. It's going to have to be a quick one, though.
Yeah, it's got to be a catch and shoot.
Yeah, not a catch and dribble off his shoe.
Yeah, that don't work.
All right, that's the end of the quarter. Mater Dei 11, Jasper 10. 1-point game here on 18 WJTS. All right, Mater Dei will start things off with the basketball here. 1-point lead for the Mater Dei Wildcats. So in the ball game is Lannard who gives it up there to Gable. He gets to the lane, cut off. Halbig. So Mater Dei's working their bench just as much as Jasper usually does. 4 starters to start this quarter came off the bench. I check that 3, but Wunderlich tries to make a move, and he's going to be fouled.
Say take your pick, because there was 3 guys there that I think could either one of them, any of them could get it.
Get some more Hungry Hippos, right?
Yeah.
You got that stuck on my head for the rest of the day.
Griff got that one.
Yep, first foul on the Wildcats of Jasper. Free throw goes for Mason Wunderlich. He's got 6 of their 12. Two for 2.
They're going to pick up full court. A little 2-2-1, full court press, and then they'll fall back into a 2-3 zone the way it
there
looks.
You go. See if Cats can get some perimeter shots here, and there's a baseline jumper. It doesn't go for Giesler, though. Halbig brings it up. Wunderlich up top. Now over to Hurdy's. And left all alone. Nobody there. And he misses the bunny. Boy, Lannard had an easy one.
I don't know that he'll ever have an easier 2 points.
Way off the mark there for Cabrick. A little too quick in the offense, I think. But now another, well, maybe recovered well. It looked wide open for a second there for Halbig. Now the baseline. This time he does put it up and in. So Lannard twice works that baseline, this time for 2 points. Mater Dei with a 5-point lead.
He made the tougher of the 2 shots.
Yeah, no kidding. Minute and a half into it. 15-10, Mater Dei. Taylor gets it. Giesler back over to Young. Grant Young left alone. Can't get it. Mater Dei trying to build on a 5-point lead, 15-10. Wonderlich gives it up to Halbig on the left wing. There's a switch. Now Cabrick picks up Hurdy's. Halbig with an aggressive move. Can't get it to go, though, and now we got a whistle and a foul on the rebound. And we'll put that one on Isaac Gable, number 33.
Actually, I think they gave that one to 32, whoever that is, Drew Lannert.
Oh, really?
That's what the board says.
All right.
Not that it matters.
No, it doesn't. 2 team fouls on Mater Dei, 1 on Jasper.
That's just for those people that are scoring at home.
Oh, yeah. Feed into Wallace. He feeds it back out. Good job by Mundi to put that down. Got that inside-out game works, doesn't it?
Yep, I was just getting ready to say that. That's what we talk about all the time, and it's amazing how it works.
2-point game now. Mater Dei still leading. Hand off to Tate Mallory's now in the ball game. Got some good JV action, but then there's Hurdy's with his first bucket of the ball game. It's a 3-pointer and a 5-point lead for Mater Dei, 18-13, 4:43 on the clock. Give and go there to Mundi, a little contact, no call, and a little too low for Heil to handle that pass. Turnover numbers, Jason.
So far, I've got, that was Jasper's second. Mater Dei's got 2. So far, it seems to be a pretty well clean played game.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might forget one of those here or there. I get caught up in the game, but they're close.
Yeah, good enough.
Close enough.
That's right. All right, there's Mallory trying to make something happen. Wonderlich stopped at the free throw line there, gives it up, gets it back. Now it's over to Mallory. And Mallory pops that shot. So Mater Dei has extended their lead with that last jumper there to 7-point lead, 20-13. John Gable's had enough. We'll take a break. 4:11 on the clock. Jasper trails here on 18 WJTS. Jasper trails by 7 right now, 20-13. 4:10 on the clock as Young slowly brings it across. Waiting for him is Peyton Lee. Now he gives it up to Carter Mundi. Back over to Young, wide open at the top of the key. He's got to hit that shot. He hasn't been able to yet.
Yeah, we're not shooting the ball real well tonight from the outside.
Just 1 3-pointer hit by Carter Mundi.
Yeah. And we've had some decent looks. It's not like we haven't had good shots. But you got to just keep shooting.
Peyton Lee hands it back over to Tate Mallory. Wonderlich in the corner. Mallory gets it back over to Wonderlich over there, and he's going to drive to the base, or I'm sorry, to the elbow and give it up. Hand off on the baseline, now kicked out to the wing. 3-point shot on the way, and on the money for Peyton Lee. So that 3-point shot's working for Mater Dei. They're 5th they've hit so far. Now it's a 10-point lead for the Wildcats of Mater Dei. 23-13 with 2:55 to go here in the quarter.
On the year, I've got them as a 32% three-point shooting team. They've shot 212 three-pointers, but, I mean, I can't tell you if that's a lot or, I mean, I don't know how many we've shot.
Yeah. Well, Mundi, he's hit a couple here in the quarter. 8 points for him. Makes it a 7-point game. 2:30 on the clock here. Lee drives, kicks. Baseline jumper on the way, looking good for Blaine Herb. Gets it back to, not really back to a 9-point lead, but to a 9-point lead. 2:13 on the clock. Wallace, elbow jumper, too long. Easy rebound for Wunderlich. Inside at 2. Wunderlich way short on that one.
Yeah, he was probably a step too far outside when he shot that one.
Wallace muscles his way for an easy bucket there. I'm not going to say easy, but he at least made it look easy. Wallace playing well. 4 points for him. Mallory stopped there at the elbow, gives it up. I don't know if it's just me, but I would like to have Wunderlich down in the blocks a little bit more than what we're seeing.
Well, yeah, they run this 5-out dribble handoff. I mean, they do a good job of moving the basketball, but I'm like you. I mean, they're lucky that they shoot the percentage they do, because when they shoot, there's nobody under there to rebound.
Well, there's a percentage of 3-pointers. I don't know what the attempts are, but, man, they have hit 6 already. 10-point lead for Mater Dei. 46 seconds to go. Mundi, Wildcat shooter. He's got 3, though. 9 points in the quarter. Gets it to a 7-point game, 28-21 with 33 seconds. Mater Dei is going to hold for 1.
Yeah, there's no doubt when Mater Dei switched to that zone defense, you know, Mundi, I'm sure, was like, yes, because, you know, you get a lot better looks at the basket through that than what you do in a man-to-man. Because normally on a man-to-man, you know, they put one of their better defenders guarding him because they know he's a good shooter.
Oh, yeah. All right, so Lee with it. Trying to work off the screen there. Nice spins in the lane, loses the handle. Cats come up with it with 1 second. Got to heave it.
No.
All right, so. Well, one of those first halves there. Jasper had a lead for a little bit. Mater Dei got it back, and then, boy, they just started shooting the lights out. Hit 3 3-pointers in the quarter, but Jasper did too. All 3 coming from Carter Mundi, so Jasper was able to counter a few of them there, but still you're down by 7.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you look at the score, you know, we're talking about all the 3-point shots, but there's not a lot of score up there either. Yeah. So, I mean, there hasn't been a lot of 2-point baskets in the game.
Right.
Not many free throws at all. I don't know how many there were shot in the first half. But
just 2.
Yeah, so, I mean, the majority of the points have come off the 3-point shot. Yeah. So, I think, you know, from Jasper's standpoint, we just have to make sure that we're closing out on those guys when they're shooting. I mean, obviously, you can tell they all shoot it from out there. It's not like, you know, that's why they run that 5-out offense. Yeah. It's because they can all shoot it from out there. If Wunderlich couldn't shoot from out there, he wouldn't be out there.
Right.
He would be on the low post.
I agree. Yep.
But, you know, that's the offense that they run. So, you know, from our standpoint, we got to do a better job of either helping on a screen or making sure that we're closing out with a hand up and getting a hand in the shooter's face.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see what kind of halftime adjustments are made by Jasper as well as Mater Dei when we come back. 28-21, Jasper trails here on 18 WJTS. Welcome back to Mater Dei. The Jasper Wildcats trail the Mater Dei Wildcats 28-21. We'll take a look at the first half scoring for the Mater Dei Wildcats. They were led by Ben Taylor. 3 3-pointers equals 9, so he leads them with 9 points. 7 points for Mason Wunderlich. 3-pointer hit by Blake Hurties. A 3-pointer hit by Peyton Lee. 2 points for Blaine Herr. And bench player scoring included Tate Mallory with 2 points and Drew Lannert with 2. For the Wildcats of Jasper, led by Carter Mundi. He's got 11 of the 21, so he's on, but we need some other guys to pick up. Wallace had 4. Heil had 4, and Grant Young had 2. So, Jason, what are your thoughts in getting back into this basketball game?
Well, I think, you know, like we talked a little bit right there before the break, we've got to do a better job of covering up on the shooters, quit giving them such good looks. You know, I don't think our defense is what it has been here, you know, in the last month. You know, I think we're about a step slow, step late on getting to those shooters and getting them covered up. Yeah. So I think, you know, obviously offense starts on the defensive end, and you know, we obviously need to start on the defensive end here this half and see where it takes us.
All right, we start with the basketball right now. Carter Mundi Gets in the lane there, but his teardrop's a little bit short, rolls off, and Hurties goes quickly to the left side, and that's Kabrick all over him. He's done a really good job of guarding him tonight. Give him credit there, but now Wunderlich's left alone for a three, so I think Heil's having a tough time getting out to that perimeter shot.
Yeah, Wunderlich imposes a problem, you know, for a lot of big men, I would think, in Southern Indiana, because he can move out there and shoot, and most big men aren't, they don't like going out there.
Yeah. Well, Heil gets it to the lane, didn't take the shot though. Gets it back down on the block. And Wunderlich just rips it right away from him. Hurdy's coming the other way on the left side, and an easy layup for him. So Mater Dei has jumped out to a quick 5-0 run here. Now we're looking at a 12-point lead for Mater Dei, and John Gable's had enough again. We'll take a break. 33-21, 7:01 on the clock here in the third. 18 WJTS. All right, John Gable's got to get his team under control here, offensively and defensively. Otherwise, this could be a blowout.
Yeah, he brought Giesler in for Heil at that break, and I think he's probably going to try to put a little more athleticism, maybe guarding Wunderlich. He'll give up some size, but, you know, he'll have a little more athleticism on him.
Well, that press again drops into a 2-3 zone. Jasper's had trouble with it, other than
Carter.
Mundy, yeah.
I mean, yeah. And if they're patient right here, he's got another one.
Yeah, wide open. So Carter's just got to stay hot to keep Jasper in this ball game. He's got 14 points, his fourth three-point shot made. 33-24. Lee hands off to Wunderlich.
Yeah, Wallace is guarding him now. Again, though, that's a little more athleticism.
Right.
But if they put her down there on the block, Giesler will have his hands full with him.
Yeah. Wunderlich spins in the lane there, loses the handle, ball gets knocked around. Mater Dei's able to hang on to possession there. Ben Taylor threw it right off of Grant Young, who was sitting on the out-of-bound line there.
That was good hustle by both teams. You know, Grant's always, you know, on the floor. He's always scrumming for the ball.
Yeah.
And he did there, and it was just good hustle by Mater Dei, too.
No doubt. Wunderlich hands off. Basketball, not a football there. Baseline drive there by Hurdy's. He was actually his top receiver this year in football.
Yeah, Hurdy's was a quarterback, too, wasn't he, at Central?
Three-year starter at Central. Switched to wideout. Helped them to a state championship. Missed there. Rebound comes to Giesler. Here comes Grant Young quickly to the corner. Now Kabrick. Back over to Kabrick.
If they swing the ball right there, he's open again. Carter's just got to stay active and move from side to side so they kind of lose him and not know exactly where he's at all the time.
And he's up at top right now. He's got the basketball in his hands.
The corner in the low post in the corner is where, right here is where he's, yeah, but see now they made an adjustment. Hurdy stayed out there.
Yeah. Giesler missed him, but pops that shot. Carter did open up there, but good job by Braden to hit that mid-range jumper and makes it a 33-26 game. So Jasper's chipping away.
That's what you got to do, and you know, see that possession there early, they had Wunderlich on the block.
He hands off to Hurdy's. Kabrick again continues to do a really nice job defensively on him tonight. Look at him. Good battle there, but they're going to call him for a 5-second count. I was like, no way was that a foul. But and again, very, very few fouls have been called in this basketball game. We're almost halfway through the quarter. Not a single one whistled here in the third. I think they only called about 3 of them.
Yeah. 3
or 4 maybe total in that first half. So refs letting them play basketball.
Now Mater Dei is going to drop into a man-to-man.
All right, see what Jasper can do out of that. Nowit's in the ball game.
And we just don't hit that cutter when he cuts. Young was open that time on the cut. That hit the wire.
All right, so that's going to give possession to Mater Dei. All right, 3:55 on the clock, 33-26. Mater Dei had a 12-point lead not too long ago, but Jasper was able to hit some shots to cut into that. And there's Wunderlich on a nice move, cut right there, and a good feed there by Lee. Mason Wunderlich, 12 points for him. Nine-point lead for Mater Dei. 3:28 on the clock here. There's a lob, a little too tall though for Nablet to handle, but we actually get a foul down low, so.
Yeah, I think number 32 was kind of blocking Nablet out, kind of knew what was going on and kind of pushed him.
So, second foul whistled on Lannert. So first foul whistled in the second half. Gieser takes the inbound. Lander forces him out. Nablet feed down into Wallace. See how this turns out. Ooh, short on the shot. Had a good look though. And there's a drive. High off the glass, doesn't go there for number 3, Halbig, and Jasper comes the other way. 3 minutes to go in the third. Quick moving basketball game. And Hurties, but then Cats knock it away. So good job there by Grant Young to stay after that. And look at that little scoop shot by Wallace. We'll take that. 6 points for him. 7-point game, 35-28, 2:42 on the clock. Halbig finds his man down low. Hurties, though, can't get it to go. Good job there by Nablet. Disrupted that shot. You keep leaving Gieser like that. Shoot it all night, buddy. Second one he's hit from the elbow. And we got a timeout now called by Mater Dei. So Kurt Wilderman wants to get his team under control. They had a 12-point lead. Now it's down to 5. 2:13 on the clock here on 18 WJTS. Halbig's going to bring it up for Mater Dei here. Hurties has the ball in his hands a lot in the basketball game, but nice feed. And that's the reason why he finds the open man, Lannert, for a bucket. He's got 4.
Yeah, and I was just about to say that, Jasper's clawed their way back on this in this game because of what they've done on the defensive end. And then we turn around and give up an easy basket. But
Mater Dei getting aggressive with their 2-3 zone. Ball gets kicked there. The impressive thing with Hurties, again, we know he's been a good scorer. He's a 1,000-point scorer in his career between Mater Dei and Central. Tonight he's only got 3 points, but boy, he's just really been active, finding an opening man. And I just think he's just a good all-around basketball player. Yeah,
he's got the ball in his hands a lot because of his ability to find the open guy and
Gieser gave up that shot, but a three-pointer there. So Carter Mooney stays hot, keeps Jasper in this basketball game. Now has cut it to a 4-point game, 37-33. So we said early in the quarter this game could turn into a blowout, but Jasper's not letting that happen. They're right here.
Well, we talked earlier this year about, in the course of a game you have to weather a storm of when, a team goes on a run. And that's what Mater Dei did, and we did a very good job of weathering that and staying with it.
Habig gets to the lane there, and there's going to be a foul, I think, on Carter Mundi. So first foul on Jasper. Just 2 fouls whistled so far here in this second half. Total, 1 for each team. Coming off the bench is number 21, Ben Taylor. He'll come in for the shooter. Halbig hits that free throw. Just 3 free throws shot in this basketball game, all coming from Mater Dei. They're 3 for 3. Long on the second. 5-point game. Jasper with the basketball, trailing. 42 seconds on the clock in the third. Heil, he's going to battle here. Gives it up, though. Three-pointer from Gieser, just short.
That wasn't a real good shot. He was off balance when he shot it. I think we could have worked the ball a little bit and got a little better shot that time.
All right, gives Mater Dei the opportunity to close out the quarter with 20 seconds. Isaac Gable gives it up. Taylor, Halbig, still working it. Lannert. There's a drive here by Isaac Gable, and he draws the foul. We'll see if it's a shooting foul or not. No, yeah, it is. Yeah. Man, thought that was a little generous.
Yeah, I believe so too. I didn't think he was. I mean, wasn't able to get into his shot.
I totally agree.
I think that's what Coach Gable's kind of asking for an explanation on that a little bit too. But
all right, so Gieser picks up that personal foul, his second. First point of the night for Isaac Gable. 1 for 2 on both trips from Mater Dei, and Jasper can't get a shot off. So, well, we went into halftime trailing 28-21. Right now it's a 6-point game, 39-33 here on 18 WJTS. All right, Mater Dei's got it to start the fourth quarter now. 6-point lead for the Wildcats of Mater Dei as they hand off to Hurdy's. Wunderlich loves shooting that three, short. He shoots it like that. Shoot it all night, bro. All right, so Grant Young with it, facing a 2-3 zone still. You know, and that's the thing. Look at that steal. Too easy for her. And an easy bucket the other way. Cats fell asleep on that possession. 8-point lead. And John Gable can't let this one get out of hand. So 41-33, Mater Dei leads the Wildcats of Jasper 17-12 or 7-12 on the clock here in the fourth quarter on 18 WJTS. All right, here we go. Jasper with the basketball. Mater Dei switched to man-to-man now. Look at the race going on between Carter Mundi and Taylor there. Just watch those two chase each other.
Yeah.
Cabrick picks it up there in the lane.
Reminds me of a dog race, you know, where the dogs chase after the rabbit. Right.
Oh, yeah, I miss that down in Panama City. Three-pointer on the way for Cabrick, doesn't go. Big rebound comes down to Wunderlich. Hurdy's is in the lane and backs up. Don't think he realized what he had there now. Terrible scoop shot, but we bail him out with a foul.
I'm not sure there was a foul.
Yeah, really. All right, so Wally's going to pick up this one. Third foul on Jasper. First one on Will. Jasper still looking to score. 6:21 on the clock here in this fourth quarter. So Blake Hurdy's held in check as far as his scoring goes. He's got just 4 points. Averages about 14. Two for two. Mundy's handling the basketball here. Now they switch to that 2-3 zone. So they're throwing a lot of different looks for Jasper tonight, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. They've switched, you know, done a very good job of moving from one defense to the other.
Plenty of numbers, but Jasper just had one guy, and he has to hammer Lee as he goes to the basket. So 2 quick fouls there on Will Wallace. 2 free throws coming for Peyton Lee. You know, and that's the thing. It's like we're not getting Mater Dei to the line because we're in the bonus or whatever. It's just they're aggressively going to the basket and drawing those fouls.
Yeah, it's a lot of shooting fouls, and you know, that's what's bad about the fouls when you commit them when you're not in the bonus.
Yeah.
You know, you want fouls committed, but you don't want them shooting fouls.
Yeah.
I mean, Mater Dei, you know, they've got them here in Max Preps as a 65% free throw shooting team, so that's not anything, you know, outstanding. I know in the JV game, watching that down the stretch, their JV team struggled hitting free throws. They could have put the game away and didn't because they left Jasper in the game because they couldn't hit them.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
Not sure I knew where a foul was committed there, but
I don't
one was
either.
whistled. I mean, I was just going to say.
We'll take that, but, I mean, they were both kind of like going for the ball.
Yeah,
but
because Mater Dei is 8 of 10 from the foul line tonight. Jasper is yet to shoot a free throw. But, again, they've not been one in bonus free throws.
No.
It's basically been all shooting fouls.
yeah, it's not like the fouls have been that lopsided.
Yeah. Mundi. Again, cat and mouse game still going on, but that is actually a switch there by her, and so Mooney takes advantage of it and is able to get to the lane for a shot there. 19 points for Carter Mooney, 19 of our 35, 45-35. Jasper trails by 10. First bucket of the fourth quarter here for Jasper.
Yeah, we've got to do a better job on this end here. We've got to have some stops here with 5 minutes to go, down 10.
Yeah, I think Mater Dei is going to go into a little bit more ball control here.
Yeah, I mean, Mater Dei across the board has, you know, 5 guys out there that can handle the ball fairly well.
Right.
So I don't think they don't have a problem doing this by pulling it out and running clock. And, you know, they're probably looking for anything basically or nothing but, you know, a layup or a real close 5-footer or so.
Yeah. Coming up on about a minute of this possession. Ball gets knocked there, but Lee's able to recover. Purdy's drops it down. Strong shot up there by her, but again, another shooting foul. So, you know, again, usually in these situations, especially when it's a ball control situation, it's going after the basketball where you commit the foul, but boy, they just keep getting in the line on the shooting fouls.
Well, Jasper's got 5 team fouls, and I'll bet you at least 3, if not 4 of those fouls have been shooting fouls.
Yeah. Oh, you're exactly right, because Mater Dei, 5 different players have been to the free throw line here in this second half, and there's your 5 fouls.
Yeah, there's
exactly
your 5.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, that's you know, I mean, the fouls are only 5-2, so it's not like they're really lopsided.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody looks at the free throw stats, they're going to say, oh, well, you know, they shot so many more free throws. Well, it wasn't because they had a lot more fouls called on us.
Yeah. You know, and a lot of times, well, as they get into Wallace here, Grant Young can't get that three-point shot to go, and Wonderlick comes down with the rebound. But, you know, the thing is, when you kind of get those shots, a lot of times it's when they run a backdoor play or you lose your man or something, but it's just Mater Dei's just been very aggressive going to the basket here. Especially here in the second half. They're not settling for jump shots, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's been, when they've committed them, it hasn't been like an outside jump shot. It's been a 5-foot or 3-foot shot that, you know, we've hammered them at.
Or somebody having to recover on, you know, somebody being wide open or whatever. So just like that. Oh, couldn't handle the pass, though. Nice play, though. Hurdy's kind of goes the other way. But now Mooney keeping the Cats in it. So he pops a three-pointer there. Carter Mooney having a great night tonight. He's got 11 points in the second half to go with his 11 in the first half. 22 is we got a timeout on the floor. 3:32 to go. Jasper trails by 9 here on 18 WJTS. All right, just one timeout left for the Jasper Wildcats. 47-38, Mater Dei with the lead. Halbig is checked back in for ball handling. Peyton Lee. And he loses the handle there. Should be an easy bucket for Grant Young. And he can't get the layup. He took his eye off the basket and looked for his defender.
Yeah, you're
and
exactly
look at this.
right.
And they get an easy one there for Ben Taylor. All right, 3 minutes to go. Jasper's got to do something here. Down by 11 now. And Mooney just wants that basketball.
But it ain't going to do any good out there where he's at.
No.
You know, we need to get.
Well, Wally gets an open shot. That shot's been there all night in that lane.
It has. Giesler's hit some. Wally's hit some. But the reason it is because of the way Mundy's shooting the ball. Everybody on the defense is spread way out, and they've left the paint wide open.
Yeah.
But we've got to get a stop on this end, and that's not going to
do it. No, Wonderlick with a bunny. That's about as much bunny bread as you can have.
Wow. Yeah. I think I could have made that shot.
No doubt. Peanut butter and jelly on that bunny bread. Well, Giesler again gets that elbow shot, so he's popped a few of them tonight. But again, we're now still trailing by 9 with 2 minutes to go.
Again, it goes back to we have to have stops down here. It doesn't matter down here if we score or if they score.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you've got to have stops down on the defensive end.
That get knocked away, and did it touch Wonderlick? No, they're saying.
It looked like from here it was close,
Yeah.
but Coach Gable had a good look at it, and he didn't say much.
Right.
So.
All right, minute 44, Jasper down by 9, 51-42. There's that play again. Oh, good job, though, by Cabrick, but the recovery's there. So Hurdy's able to follow his own shot. He's got 7 points now. 11-point lead for the Wildcats. Oh, Wallace, though. He's scoring some points here in the second half. He's got 7 with a three-pointer there. 8-point game, do or die. Don't know if the Cats have enough time left. We got to start fouling.
We're going to have to here pretty quickly.
At least go after the basketball.
Yeah.
All right, so Mooney's going to pick up one. All right, so we're in the bonus now. 7 fouls on Jasper, just 2 whistled on Mater Dei in this whole second half. And to be honest, I think that's fair to say.
Pretty accurate. I mean, you know, it.
Thing is, Mater Dei's been hitting the free throws in this fourth quarter. They have been perfect. Peyton Lee's 3 for 3 in the quarter.
They got a lot of guys that when they shoot free throws, you can watch on this one, they don't get a lot of arch on the ball. It's kind of a line drive.
You're right.
You know?
You can see that. All right, so Mater Dei with a 10-point lead, 1:07 on the clock. They have popped 8 for 8 from the foul line here in the fourth quarter. So, all right, you know, again, you're down by 10. It's almost miracle time at this point, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously you got to score on the offensive end as quickly as what you can.
Yeah.
And then you got to get back and look for a really quick steal, and if you don't get it, you got to foul.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you've got to send them to the line and hope they don't convert on their free throws, and you know that'll help keep us in the game and have a chance to keep battling back.
Yeah.
But if they hit their free throws, there's not much you can do.
Yeah, and that's been the case here in this fourth quarter. They're 8 for 8, 10 for 12 in the second half on the foul line, and actually 12 of 14 in the ball game. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, 12 of 14. All right, in a situation right here, you got to get down, score quickly, whether it's a 3 or even a 2, and then, you know, I guess call timeout immediately to set up a press to maybe get another quick possession and a score, because Jasper has 1 timeout.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, things got to go pretty quick.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of time to pass the ball around. You got to be aggressive. Go to the basket.
Yeah.
Either score or make them foul you, like
right.
Mater Dei did the whole second half here. You know, they were aggressive and went to the basket.
Well, we're kind of getting set up in our offense here. We got to score, guys. All right, well, down to 53 seconds. Cabrick left open for 3, long on that one, and we got a whistle down low.
I think it hit the wire again.
Oh, okay.
I saw the official pointing up, so I assumed that's what it was, because I didn't think there was a foul. But
my only question with that wire, why is it not a possession situation? Because, I mean, the shot's missed, but it hits the wire. Who knows who's going to get that rebound, you know?
I guess because the offensive team shoots it. So I don't know, but I'm assuming that's what. Whoa.
Man, almost a blindside hit there. Wally got into football mode there. So he wraps Blaine Herr. So Herr's going to be at the line. It's still 1 in bonus. 8 foul. 3rd foul whistled on Will. Okay, I was going to say Jasper got 6 players, and then Wallace is going
I don't think they knew who was coming out. But you got to get as many shooters in as you can. You got Noblet. I mean, everybody in there now can shoot the ball from outside, so you got to be able to score quickly.
There's another line drive free throw that goes in. Blaine Herr's 3 for 3 in the quarter. Mater Dei 9 for 9. Again, free throws so crucial, especially when you're playing with a lead. Tops it there, so again, down by 12, 43 seconds. Yeah, and a block on that 3-point shot. And this time, actually, they call a foul. So Carter's going to go to the line to shoot a couple of them here. But
these will be our first for the night.
Yep.
And again, I don't think that has reflection on the officiating.
I agree.
I think it just has reflection on the game itself.
Yeah. And we miss.
Yeah, you can't, I mean, obviously he's not up there trying to miss,
no.
But, you in a game like this, in this situation, you obviously have to convert every point chance you have.
Right. All right, there we go. 1 of 2, 23 points for Carter Mundi.
We got a foul. Yeah, there you go, Carter. I mean, that's what you got to do here, because if you don't steal the inbounds pass, you got a foul.
Yeah. Still got 1 timeout, though. But down 57-46. Wunderlich shot 2 free throws way back in the 2nd quarter, but he pops that one.
He's probably got the best arch-looking shot of anybody that they have.
Seeing nothing but filled-in dots for Mater Dei on my score sheet here as they keep popping the free throws.
And that's how you win close games.
I agree.
You have to convert those.
Well, Mundi long on that baseline shot.
No, you don't want to foul no more.
See it. Jasper just backs off at this particular point. I think that's what Coach Gable said. And just going to dribble this one out with 18 seconds. And Mater Dei is going to get their 3rd conference win of the season, improving to 3-4. Jasper's going to drop to 3-5 with just 1 game left. So 59-46 is our final, Jason.
Yeah, I think, probably the biggest downfall tonight was our defense. I felt like, on offense, we shot the ball. Carter especially shot the ball well. But I just felt like our defense let us down a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
I know, you get all these people say, it's a midweek game. You got to drive to Evansville on a school night, and this and that. But, hey, guess what? Guess when the first game of the sectional is?
Yeah.
It's on a Tuesday night.
And you have to road trip for it, too.
So it's, it is what it is, and you have to figure out how to win those. And tonight is one of those that you really needed to play well, because it was a Tuesday night game in Evansville, and I believe that the draw is Sunday for the sectional. So, you're going to find out. You may be playing in Evansville on a Tuesday night come sectional time. And so my point is we can't use that as an excuse.
No.
I don't feel like, the players came prepared and ready to play tonight. I'm sure the coaching staff had went through the scouting report. I know Coach Albrand said they had watched film of Mater Dei a couple times, 2 or 3 times. They knew what they were going to do. They knew that these guys could shoot. they executed. We didn't.
Right.
You know, they on the defensive end, we didn't get up in them. You know,
Right.
normally we're up in there, we're bodying them, and we're making it tough for them to cut. We're making them tough for it to do anything.
Yeah.
Tonight we didn't do that. I felt like Mater Dei basically did what they wanted to do on offense.
Yeah, for the most part they did.
You know, and when we're playing good basketball, we don't allow that to happen. You know, we do a very good job of shutting down the opposing team's offense. And tonight we didn't do that. And, you know, the season's getting pretty short, and we've got to figure these things out. You know, we were on a really sweet roll there for quite some time, you know, playing really good basketball. But now this is 2 in a row, you know, Heritage Hills and now Mater Dei. It doesn't get any easier Friday night when you go to Newburgh to play Castle.
I know. It's very
good. That's a very good Castle team. I think they're towards the top of the SIAC.
Yeah, 4-1.
Yeah, so you know, them and Wrights, I think, you know, and the other thing is that's another possible sectional opponent.
Yeah.
You know, we may play them Tuesday night or Friday night and turn around and play them in a week and a half or 2 weeks on, you know, in the sectional again.
Right.
So, you know, we need to right this ship, and we need to do it pretty quick. You know, and I'm pretty sure that the coaching staff will get after it and get these kids prepared. It's just a matter of will they go out and execute the game plan.
Yeah. Yeah, again, you know, we know obviously on paper Mater Dei plays well at home. You know, they're comfortable obviously playing here. But again, it's just – it seemed like that they were never taken out of what their game is.
No.
And that's basically getting open looks, which they really drilled it there in the first half, and I think just hit 1 3-pointer in the second half after hitting 6 in the first. But then all of a sudden, now it's ball control, it's you know, attacking the basket, and again, just getting those easy buckets that where our defense is kind of behind or whatever, that we're forced to foul them, and then they pop free throws all night.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they didn't have to do anything they weren't comfortable doing tonight.
Yeah.
You know, they were able to run their offense at will, you know, and again, that goes back to our defense. We didn't get up there and force them, bump them, and grind them and force them into things that they're not comfortable doing.
Yeah.
And when we play well and when we're successful, that's where it starts, is on
Sure.
the defensive end.
Right.
The offense comes after that, you know. Look at those games when we held our opponents down below 30 points, you know. It didn't matter. We only had to score 31 or whatever it was to win.
Yeah.
You know, tonight we give up 59. You know, that's not awful.
No.
But it's not to Jasper standards.
Yeah, because we normally, I mean, we just only give up 44 points a ball game, and especially during our run as far as what do we win, like 7 of 8 games in a row before this 2-game stretch here that we've lost. But, yeah, again, our defense was a big reason for that, if not the main reason for it. So.
Yeah, I agree. So. You know, we've got to get stuff figured out here and do it pretty quickly.
Yep.
Because, like I said, before you know it, it's going to be sectional time.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll take a break here. We got Jason Albrand on his way up, so we'll talk about this ball game. 59-46, Jasper falls to Mater Dei here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're back once again here at Mater Dei. Jasper falls 59-46, and I'm just going to have you explain things to me, Jason.
Well, I think for the first time in a while, I just thought we looked our effort wasn't what it needed to be.
Yeah.
I thought we looked a little fatigued. You know, I look at the stat sheet. We got out-rebounded. We took care of the ball for the most part, I thought. I think we had 1 or 2 in the first half. But we took 2 free throw attempts, and those came from Carter with about 40 seconds to go in the game, and they were 16 of 18. So, you can't go on the road and get out-rebounded. Can't go on the road and get outscored from the foul line by 15.
Yeah.
Outshot by 6. We got the ball inside, I thought, a few times in the first quarter and couldn't convert. And then we had other opportunities. In this third quarter, we didn't convert, and we just didn't do a good job of going through people inside when we got it in there and get ourselves a chance at the foul line.
You know, and I thought early on in the basketball game, we were guarding the perimeter pretty well, but then they just kind of had that late barrage of three-pointers as they started
I think they were 6 and 9 the first half, and when Mater Dei hits three-point shots, like most teams, but they're really hard to beat. They beat Heritage Hills here by 20, I think, last week.
Right.
So, and they've, still giving up 59 points when you were fouling late, and they shot the ball pretty well. We just didn't guard the ball as well as we had been.
Yeah.
I thought in the first half, as the half grew on, they were able to get around our guys, and we had guys getting back cut, caught flat-footed, watching the ball, and it led to some easy buckets on their part. And give them credit for hitting shots and moving without the ball.
Well, Carter Mooney scored 23 points tonight.
Well, of all the things that went poorly, and I thought that was one of the silver linings was, Carter has been, in his standards, been struggling from the field a little bit.
Yeah.
Carter's one heck of a shooter, and it was good to see him tonight and I thought he moved well. I thought he was using the screens well. I thought our guys did a good job of finding him.
Yeah.
Against that zone, we were able to get some stuff run for him, and then other times we just moved the ball and got it inside out, and he was ready to shoot, and we're obviously going to need him to continue to shoot the ball well. So, we got to be able to get that with our we can't have one thing go well for us. We're going to have the inside game going with Carter, going with Grant. I mean, we just don't have enough guys to go out there and just say, hey, go make plays for us, and that's fine. And I think tonight was just it's been a long stretch. We've been playing really hard. I was talking to you. I said I don't think anybody realized how hard our guys have to play in and night out to compete. Sure. And really, this is the first time I thought in really quite some time where I just didn't think the effort for 4 quarters was there as it needed to be.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, when you have a big win, you celebrate it, and you have to kind of then get back to work, and you got to do the same thing on a loss too. Don't you?
You're right. It doesn't get any easier. We got our next stretch. We go to Castle Friday, who's got a heck of a team. Go to their place. Then you got Pikes Central, who's got a nice team coming home, and then you got to go to Bedford, and Bedford's I think got everybody back from last year's team, and they're having a heck of a year, and that's not going to be easier. So it's going to be a tough stretch. As Coach mentioned after the game, we're going to see what kind of character we have. I foresee us not doing much on the floor tomorrow.
Right.
Trying to get under our legs a little bit and get ready to go and go to Castle, and if nothing else, go there and compete and just see what happens.
Right.
That's kind of our mindset right now, and we want to keep getting better. But I just thought tonight was just one of those. We just didn't have the energy we needed.
Yeah.
Well,
again, the old cliche is it's one game at a time, but that's really true, especially late in the season.
It is. We played Saturday, and and I don't know if Mater Dei played Saturday. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I think they played Friday night.
So we played Saturday on the road, and got beat down there. So like Coach mentioned, we'll see what kind of character, and we fully expect our kids will. They're competitive kids, and they don't like to lose, and so we expect them to bounce back and be disappointed with this one, but hopefully come ready to work tomorrow and get better the next few days and go to Castle and compete. All
right, well, we wish you the best once it comes Friday night.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Get them ready, buddy.
We'll do our best.
All right.
Thank you, Craig.
Thanks for talking with us. All right, Jason Albrand. Never fun to talk after a loss like that, but, again, we always appreciate the coaches that come up here and give us their thoughts on the basketball games, win or lose. So 59-46, Jasper Falls. Quick look down at the scoring. The leading scorers for Mater Dei, 16 points for Mason Wunderlich, 11 points for Ben Taylor, and 10 points for Blaine Herr. But again, just kind of spread out throughout the floor, especially in that fourth quarter. 12 of 12 from the free throw line, 16 of 18 on the ball game. Jasper were led by Carter Mooney, had 23. One other player in double figures was Will Wallace, so he had a good run there, especially in that fourth quarter with a couple big buckets. But again, Cats just could not battle back. Braden Gieser had 6 points off the bench. So Cats will be on the road Friday night. They will take on the Castle Knights in Newburgh, Indiana, or Paradise, Indiana, whichever you want to call it. And Mater Dei will play Bossy on February 10th. So Jasper drops to 11-8. Mater Dei improves to 9-9. So Jasper Falls 59-46 here at Mater Dei. Jason Stamm on the color, Jeremy Marcos on the video. My name is Craig Schneider. This is Wildcat Basketball here on 18 WJTS. Good night.